In the beginning, there was only chaos, the gaping emptiness. From this void, the first entities began to form. Chaos, the vast and formless expanse, birthed Gaia, the embodiment of the earth. From Gaia emerged Tartarus, the deep, gloomy abyss that would come to be known as the underworld. Amidst the darkness and desolation, Eros, the personification of love, also came into being. These were the primordial deities, the very first beings to exist in the cosmos. Gaia then created Uranus, the sky, to cover her, the mountains to provide her with stability, and Pontus, the sea. She took Uranus as her consort, and together they brought forth the Titans. These were immensely powerful beings, the elder gods, who ruled during the legendary Golden Age. At the head of the Titans stood the formidable Cronus. A prophecy foretold that Cronus would be overthrown by one of his own children. Fearful, Cronus swallowed each of his offspring as soon as they were born. All except one. His wife Rhea managed to save their youngest child, Zeus, by tricking Cronus into swallowing a stone wrapped in cloth instead. Zeus grew up in secret, away from his father's prying eyes. When he came of age, he challenged Cronus, forcing him to regurgitate his swallowed siblings. This marked the beginning of a cataclysmic war, the Titanomachy. It was the old order of the Titans against the new generation of gods, the Olympians, led by Zeus. The war raged for 10 long years, but eventually the Olympians emerged victorious. The Titans were banished to Tartarus, the depths of the underworld. Zeus and his siblings took their rightful places as the rulers of the universe, each governing different aspects of the world and mortal life. Thus ends the era of the Titans, and begins the reign of the Olympians. The stage was set for a new epoch, one filled with tales of heroism, tragedy, love, and betrayal in the world of ancient Greek mythology. Prometheus, the Titan who sided with Zeus, bore a heavy punishment for his love of mankind. This tale begins with Prometheus, a Titan of remarkable foresight and intellect. Despite being a Titan, he held great affection for humanity and often aided them in their struggle against the whims of the gods. Prometheus was no ordinary Titan. He held the power to see the future and was credited with the creation of man from clay. But his most notable act, and the one that brought about his downfall, was his theft of fire from the gods. He saw the struggles of humanity, their lives bleak and cold. In an act of defiance and love, he stole fire from the gods and gifted it to mankind. This single act, an act of rebellion, brought warmth, light, and progress to humans. But the gods, led by Zeus, did not take kindly to this. The theft of fire, a divine element, was seen as a direct affront to their authority. As punishment, Prometheus was chained to a rock on the side of a mountain, destined to undergo a gruesome torment. Each day, an eagle, a symbol of Zeus himself, would swoop down and feast upon Prometheus's liver, which would regenerate each night, only to be devoured again the next day. In the midst of Prometheus's torment, another tale intertwines with his. Pandora, the first woman, was created by the gods as part of their punishment for mankind. Endowed with beauty and charm, she was given a box, a gift from the gods that held all the world's evils. Despite being warned not to, Pandora's curiosity got the better of her. In her curiosity, Pandora opened the box, releasing all evils into the world, leaving only hope inside. This act, much like Prometheus's theft of fire, had profound consequences. It spread hardship and suffering among mankind, a stark reminder of the gods' wrath and the price of disobedience. Yet amidst all the chaos and despair, the box held one last gift: hope. A testament to the enduring spirit of humanity and the belief in a better tomorrow. Hercules, son of Zeus and a mortal woman, was destined for greatness and hardship in equal measure. Such is the paradox of a demigod, living in the overlap between the divine and the mortal. Hercules, possessing extraordinary strength, was also burdened with extraordinary trials. The most notorious of these trials were the 12 labors, imposed upon him as punishment for an unforgivable crime. In a fit of madness induced by the vengeful Hera, Hercules was manipulated into killing his own wife and children. When he regained his senses and was confronted with the horror of his actions, Hercules was consumed by guilt. To atone for his sins, he was sentenced to complete 12 nearly impossible tasks, known as the 12 labors of Hercules. Among these labors, a few stand out for their sheer audacity and the valor they required. Hercules was tasked with slaying the Nemean lion, a beast whose hide was impervious to mortal weapons. Undeterred, Hercules used his immense strength to strangle the lion before skinning it with its own claw, a testament to his resourcefulness. But the trials didn't end there. Hercules was also ordered to capture Cerberus, the hound of Hades, who guarded the gates of the underworld. This creature was a monstrous, multi-headed dog, a symbol of terror and death. Yet Hercules, armed only with his strength and a lion's skin, descended into the underworld, wrestled Cerberus into submission, and brought him to the surface, stunning everyone who saw the feat. These labors, while brutal and punishing, were also a journey of redemption for Hercules. Each task was a step towards salvation, a chance to prove his worthiness despite his past sins. And prove it he did, with every beast he defeated, every challenge he overcame. And so, through strength and cunning, Hercules completed his labors and earned his place among the gods. He showed us that even the greatest of heroes can fall, but it's the journey of rising, of overcoming, that truly defines them. Icarus, the son of the master craftsman Daedalus, learned the hard way that hubris comes before a fall. So goes the tale of a young man whose ambition outstripped his wisdom, leading to a tragic end. In the heart of ancient Crete, Daedalus and his son Icarus were held captive by the powerful king Minos. The reason? Daedalus, a man known for his unparalleled skill and ingenuity, had constructed a complex labyrinth for the king, a maze designed to contain the fearsome Minotaur. However, once the beast was locked away, King Minos decided that Daedalus and Icarus knew too much, and thus they too were imprisoned in the labyrinth. Faced with a seemingly impossible situation, Daedalus turned to his craft. Using feathers and wax, he fashioned a pair of wings for himself and Icarus. Before they embarked on their daring escape, Daedalus warned Icarus of the dangers. Fly too low, and the sea's dampness would weigh down the wings. Fly too high, and the sun's heat would melt the wax. The path of safety was in the middle, neither too humble nor too ambitious. Buoyed by the exhilaration of flight, Icarus, however, ignored his father's wise counsel. He soared higher and higher, drawn to the sun's radiant glory. But as he ascended, the wax binding his wings began to soften, then to melt. Feathers came loose, then fell away, and soon Icarus found himself plummeting towards the sea. His ambition, his hubris, had sealed his doom. The tale of Icarus is a timeless one, a tragic parable that has echoed through the ages. It's a stark reminder of the dangers of hubris and overreach. It's about the delicate balance between ambition and wisdom, the peril in forgetting our limitations, and the potential consequences of ignoring wise counsel. Icarus's fate serves as a warning against the dangers of overreach and arrogance. His story serves as a timeless reminder that sometimes the middle path, the path of moderation, is the wisest one to take. Scene script. Orpheus, the greatest musician in the world, would do anything for his beloved Eurydice, even challenge death itself. In the chronicles of ancient Greece, few stories are as poignant as that of Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus, with a voice that could soothe savage beasts and even make the stones weep, was deeply in love with the beautiful nymph Eurydice. Their union was the kind of love poets dream of, passionate, pure and profound. But as often happens in tales of love and loss, tragedy struck. Eurydice, while fleeing from a would-be captor, met her untimely demise from a serpent's bite. Orpheus, stricken with grief, could not bear the thought of an existence without his beloved. He decided to do the unthinkable journey to the underworld, the realm of the dead, to reclaim his lost love. Armed with nothing but his enchanting music, Orpheus ventured into the dark depths of Hades. His melodies were so moving that they charmed even the hard-hearted rulers of the underworld, Hades and Persephone. Touched by his sorrow and enchanted by his song, they agreed to release Eurydice, but on one condition. Orpheus must not look back at Eurydice until they had both reached the world of the living. With hope in his heart, Orpheus began the ascent from the underworld, Eurydice following silently behind. But in a moment of doubt and desperation, he turned back to gaze upon his beloved, only to see her vanish before his eyes. lost to him forever. The tale of Orpheus and Eurydice is not just a story of love and loss. It's a testament to the lengths we go for love, the faith we place in the unknown, and the unbearable cost of doubt. It teaches us that sometimes love demands trust, even in the face of the inconceivable. The tale of Orpheus and Eurydice is a haunting reminder of the power of love and the pain of loss.